Long and bright capes, huge masks, men with alter egos, hate vision, super speed, experiments gone wrong, a complicated plot, and a fighting montage. Those were all cliches. What if the hero that others had imagined is not really a typical superhero? It's an Asian boy with an orange suit who can levitate, the one with the big spiky hair who could color change from black to yellow, then yellow to black, and the iconic line, live in a world with dragons, talking pigs, talking cats, androids, super gods, alien beings, and magic balls? I'm talking about the famous anime/manga all throughout the years. Never gets old, huh? None other than the Dragon Ball. And this is a beginner's guide to the world of super science. No, I'm not talking about science. I'm referring to super science. Well, let's start from the very beginning. Chances are that even if you haven't watched Dragon Ball, you know something about it. It's one of the most enduring anime manga to have made it outside of Japan, largely introducing a generation of various audiences to the Japanese anime industry. You've probably seen the muscular, damaged man with spiky blonde hair, or you may have heard how they like to scream at the top of their lungs as they level up. If you haven't followed the series, however, you might be more than a little lost as to why a simple hair color change is such a big deal. First things first, Dragon Ball originally started as a manga or Japanese comic, specifically a shonen, which was later adapted into 2 popular anime series. It was purely a chunk of concept from the very own master creator. Guess who is it? Akira Toriyama. Akira Toriyama is a Japanese manga artist, game artist, and character designer. He first achieved mainstream recognition for his highly successful manga series Dr. Slump, before going on to create Dragon Ball, his best known work, and acting as a character designer for several popular video games such as Dragon Quest and Blue Dragon. I wonder why all his works involves dragons. Isn't it coincidental? Toriyama is regarded as one of the artists that changed the history of manga, as his works are highly influential and popular, particularly Dragon Ball, which many manga artists cite as a source of inspiration. Manga just started from its humble beginnings until sequels got created up until this current year due to its popularity and its strongest fan base. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Kai, Dragon Ball Super, the list goes on. These are only some of the sequels that transform a simple boys manga to a franchise. With a lot of stories and arcs to offer, Akira never even thought of the idea of ending the series for good. Even Thanos may have agreed. But let's start from the very basics. The story involves around Goku, the main character as an alien from another planet with superhuman abilities. Along his journey, Goku makes several friends and battles a wide variety of villains, many of whom also seeks the Dragon Balls. He also has a single-minded focus on becoming the most powerful thing in the universe in order to protect his adopted home planet from all the bad guys that come along to destroy Earth. These villains mostly want to go after these things called the Dragon Balls. If you collect the 7 Dragon Balls, a huge dragon appears and grants you a wish. So bad guys will wish for what they want, and that's not good. After a wish is made, the Dragon Balls turn to stone for a year and are unusable. Basically, Goku trains and trains until he is the strongest guy around, until the new strongest guy around shows up. They have a big duel, Goku pushes his limits and ends up predominant. He trains more until some other new bad guy shows up and his equal rinse and a repeat. While the plot is repetitive and predictable, it's still the charming and endlessly positive and corruptible character of Goku which became the main appeal for the audience. Did you know that Akira actually had an inspiration from all of this? He loosely modeled Dragon Ball in the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, but also redeveloped it from his 1983 one-shot manga, Dragon Boy. He has said that the fighting was influenced from movies by famous martial arts actor Jackie Chan, and Hong Kong martial arts films such as Enter the Dragon and Drunken Master, as he wanted to create a story with a basic theme of Journey to the West but with a little kung fu. He also wanted to break from the Western influences common from his previous works, deliberately going for Chinese scenery, referencing Chinese buildings and photographs of China his wife had bought. Toriyama wanted to set Dragon Ball in a fictional world largely based in Asia, taking inspiration from several Asian cultures, including Japanese, Chinese, South Asian, Central Asian, and Arabic cultures. Dragon Ball is highly popular across the world and is considered one of the most influential in boosting the popularity of Japanese animation in Western culture. It continues to inspire numerous artists, athletes, celebrities, filmmakers, musicians, and writers across the world. Akira once said in 2013, commenting on Dragon Ball's global success, quote, "Frankly, I don't quite understand why it happened. While the manga was being serialized, the only thing I wanted as I kept drawing was to make Japanese boys happy." End of quote. He also added, quote, "The role of my manga is to be a work of entertainment through and through. I dare say I don't care even if my works have left nothing behind, as long as they have entertained the readers." End of quote. Some people would say that if you did not grow up watching with Dragon Ball, your childhood must have missed something. Which means that the impact of the manga was very contagious ever since modern technology were not yet born. The series continues to inspire people with a lot of never-ending stories to tell for years to come. It ceases to make people believe that although fighting Dragon Balls in order to grant a wish may seem impossible in the real world, it's still the act of determination and bravery that makes people fulfill their wishes.